Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. I'm Nigel Croft. It's Thursday the 15th of June. In this video I'm going to be looking at 3 UK stocks. All of them I've looked at previously over the last few weeks. First of all, we're going to concentrate on 88 Energy, which is approaching the 4 level again. It did go up to 4.2 earlier in the week. It's pulled back. I see this 4 level as a key, and if it doesn't hold above there over the next couple of days, I expect some downside pressure to emerge. Barclays, which is now back to the key support of the 50-week moving average. If that doesn't hold, expect further downside. The charts actually look terrible on Barclays. And HSBC, where the charts still look okay, starting to get a few warning signs out of the short term, but if it can progress above the trend on the 4 hour, then upside momentum can resume. Please be aware that I'm a shareholder in 88 Energy and HSBC. Let's get on with the videos. So here we have 88 Energy. I did a video on this a couple of weeks ago. The share was down at 288. Since then we've had the break up. We broke the downtrend. The moving averages acted as the pusher and really pushed it higher. On Tuesday we failed to get to hold above the 420 level and caused a big consolidation. We did find support, which you'll see on the short term 4 hours at the 24-hour moving averages. We've since moved higher. However, you can see from the RSI that the peak that we had on the 9th of June was below the peak we had on the 6th. So a slight non-confirmation on the RSI, or even a double top on the RSI. That could be a warning sign if we get further downside. That would then create a downtrend on the RSI, and it would be a sign that the upside momentum has been lost. On the weekly, you can still see that there is some resistance just above 4.3 from March last year, and that was overextended now from the moving averages. At the last video I did, we were down here, and it looked good for the push up from the moving averages, but now we're well overextended. The RSI is indicating an overbought situation, but the MACD is still positive. On the short term, you can see here that we did find support at that 24-hour moving average, which was positive. However, you can see that the RSI now is in a downtrend, and the MACD has just started to shout out a sell signal, and that's my concern. If we don't close above the 4 level, I think that we'll get a divergence on the MACD. The RSI will move down, and we could get downside momentum, which could take us down towards the 360, 350. So in the next couple of days, if we don't hold above 4, expect some downside. And on the support resistance levels, resistance at the previous highs 425 and then 435, with support which held on Tuesday at the 24-hour, which is presently at 373, with the second support at 318. Moving along to Barclays, in a severe downtrend, as you can see from the daily. Also today we've moved to a new low. The RSI is negative and the MACD are negative. The only potential positive feature from this daily chart is the 200-day, which is still moving upwards, but everything else is negative. On the weekly, you can see that we're at the key support of this rising 50-week moving average, which is at 200.84. if that doesn't hold, one could see an eventual move down to the next support levels, which are in the 170s, the high 170s. Here again, RSI is indicative of negative momentum, as is the MACD. RSI is presently at 41.87. Looking at the short term, here you can see quite clearly the move down to new lows today. Again, the RSI is negative, MACD negative, and all the moving average here are negative as well. On any upside, one would see resistance at the 24-hour moving average around the 206 level, and above there's the 54-hour at the 210. So lots of resistance points on any rally. Looking at the support resistance, as I said, loads of resistance points. Put the 20 and 50 day on there, with the key support 200 spot 85 and then 187. Below there we're in the 170s. Finally, moving on to HSBC. Here on the daily, you can see we're coming back to support of the 20 day. That did push push this stock higher in the middle at the end of May, early June. Let's see what the effect is this time, because we are losing momentum. You can see that the RSI has broken its uptrend, still above still above 50, so positive. MACD are also flat lining. On the weekly, if we have a few more weeks of a sideways or a drifting pattern, that would possibly be a reverse head and shoulder picture, from the shoulder here, head and shoulder there. If that occurs, it will get a confirmation by a move to the upside. That would be positive. Meanwhile, the 20 week moving average will give support. Here the RSI is actually just starting to roll, but still in its uptrend, and the MACD are still positive. And finally, on the 4 hour, you can see we've fallen below the support of the 24 hour, in between the 20 and the 50. This could cause some range trading for the short term, as the 20 rolls downwards. MACD and RSI are indicative of negative short-term momentum. On this picture, the best one can hope for is the 54-hour holds and then pushes the market back above 690 over the next 2 to 3 days. Looking at the support resistance levels, resistance 1, 695.5, then 698.6, with supports 677, 665.94, which is the 20 week. Thanks for watching TA for Traders, which we looked at. We re-looked at 88 Energy, Barclays, and HSBC. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, click that button. You then get email updates regarding when I do a new video. I don't just do equities. I look at the foreign currency markets, the commodity markets, and the equity indices. Please remember, these videos are for educational purposes only and are my opinions, and in no way are they meant as an investment recommendation. Thank you.